We've all been victims of road rage, right? But most of us know when to stop going. However, sadly, a few don't, and they don't even care what happens next. In today's video, we'll look at road ragers that didn't even fear the cops. Grab your snacks as we get on this one heck of a ride. Let's begin. According to Ann Arbor police, a 12-year-old child operating a forklift was taken into custody on Saturday night following a police chase that involved him striking 10 different automobiles. The child pulled over just before 8 p.m. close to Godforsayd Road and M14, where he was apprehended.
Passing Spring, going southbound on Spring, just went up over the curb.
Southbound on Spring.
A wild police chase ensues on the narrow roads of the UK when a couple of hoodlums come across cops that run after them at full speed. These guys are so nice that in fact they use indicators while turning. Officers are in an intense chase at high speeds of up to 10 miles an hour. Dangerous conditions, right? They should have let the suspect go scot-free at this point. This angry driver came face to face with the law and is making a run for it now after his own bad driving takes the best out of him and he crashes right into the divider line.
Oh my goodness, you guys just saw it live. This is not, I have to be really clear about all this. This has not been a pursuit for some time.
At the junction of 184th and 152nd in West Kendall, a car in pursuit came to a stop when it crashed and caught fire. Suspects reportedly ran from the area. One was observed leaping a wall and inside a house while being chased on foot by police.
Why is the cop going this way? Oh no, there was two people.
Yeah, one ran this way. Oh, he's jumping. Oh shit.
In a tight neighborhood, cars fly by at high speeds like bullets as cops chase a road rager who's reported to have caused quite a scene a few moments ago. From the looks of it, they're still not done.
Mate, there's a police chase. I'm running. I'm chasing him.
A truck being chased on the New Jersey highway rolls over when the angry man behind the wheel decided to make a sudden and quick turn off the road to avoid the cops coming after him. On Saturday night, a driver took police on an insane pursuit across Los Angeles County, causing collisions and almost causing a rollover. However, everything ended when the police brought in the dogs. This is what GTA looks like in real life. The Mini Dozer is leaving big tracks behind with its raging fit. The operator clearly has some issues right now, which has caused him to be so bold.
Damn.
An angry truck driver films as cops try to stop him for overspeeding, but he's in no mood of stopping. The trucker just keeps on pushing and forces the cops to get aside. With cops already on the scene, someone decided to pull off the most GTA thing ever, fly off a Ram truck. In Melbourne, an angry driver confronts another driver on dashcam footage before being pursued by police as he runs from them. A driver in Little Elm is seen on dashcam footage narrowly avoiding an accident with a car that was speeding away from the police. The red truck driver forces his way into a lane and almost causes a huge crash when suddenly justice is seen coming in from right around the corner, and now someone's going to pay.
Ah!
When people get high horsepower cars, they think they can bully anyone, and not even cops are safe from that list, as this Hellcat driver shows us when he plays Duck Duck Goose with the cops. You shouldn't mess with the cops now because these guys have gotten all sorts of equipment, and here's the grappler being put to the test. These policemen are making an effort to pull over a car that escaped but got stuck in traffic. When police started smashing out the car's windows and removing the driver refused to get out. Here's another Dodge driver doing their utmost to annoy the cops and let them know that he's not out for a chase right now. When you pair a bunch of cops with a street drifter, then you get a show worth watching. This guy's pulling off all the need for speed tricks to get out of there. A police chase comes to an end when the suspect's bad driving gets the best of him, as if the cops weren't already a tall order on their own.
Police pursuit in South LA watch as an innocent driver barrels right into a suspected carjacking suspect.
I just seen it.
With the suspect.
I couldn't breathe. I was just thinking like, whew.
In the Silver Lake neighborhood of Los Angeles, a chaotic and perilous pursuit came to an abrupt stop when a car overturned and crashed into a power pole, bringing down live electrical wires onto an oncoming automobile.
Apparently armed and dangerous. Look at as he flies in this intersection, right into a power pole, flipping over, and there goes.
A Ford driver speeds off after making an evasive U-turn to evade the cops, but it doesn't work out well and the chase starts all over again. A chase comes to an end when the cops manage to stop the car with a pit maneuver, and these guys got a view of a lifetime with that near miss. Now, here's what you call road rage. That farmer's using that tractor to its full potential, and sadly the glory does not last long as it flips over after a while into the chase.
Holy shit.
A suspect running from the cops completely ignores the intersection and ends up T-boning another car, ending the chase in just a few seconds.
I think we missed
Oh, no, it's still going. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Jesus.
Now here's an embarrassing way to get caught. This driver was making quick and sudden U-turns when suddenly the car got stuck on the small divider, and now he's in the air for good. If you're a criminal running from the cops, I would advise you to not enter into the streets that are already jam-packed with cars parked on both sides.
That was parked near 7th and Cortlandt Streets in Logan. This all started around...
After zigzagging across the intersection, this truck driver thought he made a good move, but his little celebration was probably short-lived because just look at the amount of cars after him. Here's another chase that came to an end when the driver was too hot-headed to even look before coming across as fast as a bullet and crashing. There's another purpose of that extra wheel behind every SUV, and that is to protect yourself against people like this when they rear-end you randomly.
Yeah, what we can do with 42 feet. Are you fucking kidding? I know it, isn't it?
This driver thought he could jump the red light and nobody would notice, but sadly for him, he almost wrecked right into an officer who was going through the intersection. Taking shortcuts off a bridge is okay in video games, but this person wanted to test that theory himself in real life, and that did not go according to plan at all. This driver came to a roundabout and everything went well until they decided to speed up to the other one and caused a very unnecessary accident. With the whole parking lot to himself and wet roads, this driver decided to rip his tires and show off. However, he was lacking in the skills department, and what happened next was totally expected. While pulling up to this gas station, this driver completely misjudged the height of the structure, and what we should question more is the integrity of that thing. Similarly, this guy miscalculated the height of this bridge, and when he drove under it, the whole thing came crashing down immediately. There seems to be an accident at the front, and what's weird is that you can see two drivers having a battle of egos in front, and the fools cause yet another accident.
Oh my God!
Someone was in a hurry and went flying right on the roundabout as if they could make a shortcut through it.
Oh my god.
The owner of this 350 said makes a left turn and everything was normal until a car came flying past the same intersection at full speed and hit the poor thing. Here's a driver blind enough not to see the side of the road they're on, nor the car barreling straight towards them. This driver was tailing behind another speedster and was driving very erratically when suddenly the inevitable happened and the car in front flipped over.
Oh! Oh, shit!
This peaceful neighborhood became a hazard zone when an idiot in a pickup truck went flying from a yard and into a bush. Looks like this driver had something against that small pillar in the intersection and went straight in for the kill and broke the car and it. Here's why you should always look ahead before overtaking someone. In this case, the road was getting narrower and the driver thought he could thread the needle. This poor guy got rear-ended as he tried to shift lanes without looking and lost all control of the car and drove right into another one. The world is full of surprises and this girl is in for a big one when all of a sudden, the red car on the right suddenly swings left and almost gets into an accident with her. When your trailer starts swerving behind you, it's best to slow the car down and stop, but this guy decided that he was better off speeding, and well, that didn't go well for him. For some reason, this lady thought she would show us how people tend to change lanes after turning, and she almost does the same herself.
That they can't actually go. You prick!
This pursuit takes longer than usual as the driver keeps running and takes the cops on an adventure. After a long while, the cops get tired and use Hold Reliable. While crossing the green light, this driver almost hit a red light runner who has the audacity to call him out for overspeeding. That takes a lot of guts to do, if I'm honest. These idiots decided to ride down a one-way entry point on this road, and to their surprise, thankfully the car they blocked off was a cop and is 100% a ticket.
Oh my God, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb.
On this Tokyo night, this driver thought he would show everyone what he learned in the world of drifting, and as it turned out, he learned nothing. Reverse cameras are optional sometimes, but this driver wouldn't do any better if he had one, to be honest. This Dodge driver came in a little too hot for his own good, and the car's brakes couldn't handle all that weight suddenly shifting and bumped into another car. This Corvette driver's the perfect example as to why you shouldn't show off on public streets, and that too with negligible skills. These people are lucky to be alive, because once a Mustang smells you, there is no saving yourself from it. This crash broke the cameraman's heart so bad that he didn't even film the final moments, but we all can picture what it must have been. Quattro all-wheel drive is a very efficient feature in Audis, but regardless, this born idiot still managed to crash it not once, but twice. Supercars have all that going power, but not all of them have the stopping power to pause that weight in motion, and this Ferrari driver paid the wrong price for it. During a girls' game, a BMW driver came crashing behind the fence and became the highlight of the entire match. This beautiful Stingray Corvette got into the wrong hands, and the man driving it managed to wreck the beautiful thing in a matter of seconds. This driver was busy waving goodbye and forgot to check what was behind her beautiful car. If not for the guy yelling, that behind was as good as gone. Here's a little insight on why you shouldn't be letting your valet drive your expensive supercars. These guys have no remorse. During a Supra cruise, one of the guys spins out in the middle of the highway and gets T-boned by an oncoming car that completely ruins the beauty. This looked like a beautiful burnout video at first, but the driver got to the point where he realized that everything was way out of his control and crashed the poor M4. Similarly, this Audi driver came speeding down the road when all of a sudden a driver decided to make a left turn from the wrong lane, and at this point nothing could be done. Here is the aftermath of a genius trying to drive their car into a drowned road that clearly can be driven through by cars like this. Here's another example of why not all supercars have good brakes, as this GTR crashes in the back of another car that makes a quick stop. This guy just got this good-looking kit car, and the first thing he did after they built it was crash it right at the exit. Once you bump your car into someone in Russia, all hell will break loose as you are now in a rugby match but with cars. Some people just want to watch the world burn, and while all the cars avoided the two little snowmen in the middle, this one driver makes sure to destroy both of them. This biker almost got into an accident when an oblivious driver suddenly decided to change lanes without a single warning and almost caused some serious injury. This towing scenario turns into a cat and mouse chase as the truck tries to catch the car in question, all while in reverse. That car might be small, but it has a pretty huge exhaust, and the cops are not going to let him slide like that, so they immediately start chasing after him. This truck driver's met by an old man who seems to be having a tough time driving his car while being under the influence of alcohol, so he takes matters into his own hands. As these supercars zoom by, they're followed by a Tesla that is just not able to brake as hard as them and crashes right into the Porsche as it brakes. This amazing hill climb over the dunes almost became a sight for distress as the car almost toppled over, but it took one arm to save them from disaster. These people are turning back around because of the congestion, but two idiots come out at the same time, and well, it doesn't go well for the both of them.